Welcome back to my channel. Always so happy to find you here. I do upload on Thursdays, so when you subscribe, you will receive a notification when I upload new content for your review, and of course, my pleasure. I do upload twice weekly now, but I haven't been as committed to the other day. I haven't found another day that really fits my schedule right now, so just subscribe and the notification will tell you when I upload it. Okay, it's just for the time being, and we're going into the holidays. It's a busy time of the year, so I don't want to commit because I don't want. I. It's important to me that I keep my word. You know, I talk about my dad and my granddad, my grandfather, and my father a lot, and one of the things I always said is your word is your bond. So I live by that. So I'll figure out a day that works for us. But in the meantime, Thursday, yeah, Thursdays. So as you can see, my backdrop, I'm still on this LA City Council. I can't let it go like a dog with a bone. I can't let it go. I have decided, and I think I did actually state it in my previous upload, is that I'm going to stay on this topic until they all step down. It is actually proving all of my prior videos about the ego and the inability to apologize, and the way sometimes people become very difficult in their positional power. So I'm going to have to make an adjustment here. Bear with me. I usually come very ready, but I see. There we go. I just needed to adjust the sound a little bit. I love you. Um, this particular is, oh yeah, and by the way, while we're on this, each of my previous uploads will be dropped in the description box in case you missed one or you wanted to go back and review it. You don't have to search for it. You can always find it there. Okay. This particular focus of the topic is all the debacle going on in the LA City Council is on the two city council persons, Mike Bonin and Marqueece Harris Dawson, I believe. I sometimes mix it up. I don't know if it's Dawson Harris or Harris, but I think it's Harris Dawson. And their joining of the protesters at Kevin De Leon's home are wrong on so many levels. And while I get what they're trying to do, and I get what the intention is, there's a lot of different playing fields here where I absolutely go wrong. You're out of bounds. You're in the wrong lane. You're heading in the right direction because yeah, he should step down, but it's not your role to be out there protesting at his home. He's a colleague of yours. You work for the same company. Although you were elected, you get paid. You get the same paycheck, meaning on the same type of check from the same employer. You are out of bounds being at this man's home. I'm sorry. So let me tell you my reasoning, and let me qualify it and preface it. So Mike Bonin is a city councilman in whom these nasty comments, his son was the target, was the subject of that. And on every level, that's wrong. On every level, they should have immediately stepped down. Why are we talking about it a year later? Because it just got leaked out. If it didn't get leaked out, we wouldn't know all of this. So I've already reviewed all of that. I've already given my input about that. And I understand Mike as it being his son. My heart, I can't even imagine. I've been getting my spear out. I'm getting my spear out. So I totally get it. So that's preface for him. Marqueece Harris Dawson, he is African American. He is a black person. I totally get it for him. So I get why they're impassioned about it. I get why they can take it personal and should. I understand their being insulted, embarrassed, a colleague, a team player. Where's the unity? I get it. So I'm not denouncing, I'm not taking away from their righteous and rightful display of discord. However, as an employer, now I'm not a government employee. I don't know how the city is structured, but as a private employer, there are so many things that would be so wrong with them doing that. Let me count to three and give you three. One is you don't go to another employee's house without an invitation. You don't go to another employee's house without an invitation. Number two, the way you're there in protest, in demand, uh, um, you know, in a boisterous way, could be viewed as a form of harassment. You're making a demand. It's a form of harassment. It could be viewed as bullyism. It can be viewed as bullyism. You, you see my energy? There's so many different things. And then number three, this is same level colleague. And since it's a political arena, it's almost like you say, aha, we got something on you now. So intimidation. This is why politics would never be my field, because everybody is storing up nuts for when they could bring you down and all of that. I mean, I'm sure they do that in the workplace in general. I know they certainly do it in sports. It just depends on how much you want to jockey for a position. It's a horrible act that people do all the time. They do it all the time. People do it in relationships. Women want to, they do things to get that guy from that girl. Jockey, it's just, it never turns out well. Uh-uh. Uh-uh. No, it doesn't turn out. Let me tell you why. The energy of the intent stores its own nut of karma and payback within you. Yes? Anyway, I won't get into that part, but trust. Don't do it. The two councilmen, let's just focus on. I'm the one who needs to focus. The two councilmen that are at his home. So now I'm in my HR mode. Let's say it's a private company, and not, I don't even know what city. Like, I should research. Let me make a note. I'm gonna research the personnel structure of the city. I love y'all. I don't mind doing the homework. Personnel structure of the city. So I'll do that. But anyway, if it was a private company, and let's say let's just say it's me, and we learned that they were protesting at their home. The moment I learned that it was true and the facts that they were there, someone showed me a video or a picture that they were there, they would be in my office with my boss. I won't take them on by my own. I could, but I wouldn't. Let me tell you why. When they show up, they're ready for me with why it's okay that they should do what they should do, what they did. And I'm also ready with them, with every personnel policy, every harassment, everything about why they shouldn't do. I'm not going to be talked down. You see the energy? Let me tell you why the energy goes there. Let me tell you why my energy goes there. As I said in prior videos, you begin to struggle with the ego. And you already have to put yourself in that frame of mind that it will come. They don't show up in your office that way. No, it gets that way before they leave, though. So you have to be armored with how you're going to come back at them. You call it My boss says, my boss says, I can't believe how tactical and analytical you have become. I I've had to become this. I'm not that way. I'm not even that way naturally. I'm a nice person with a kind heart. But you have to become that way, because there's one thing I have learned. The higher the position, the greater the ego. I'm sorry. It's often true. And I am not going to tangle with you because you have that. And you think I don't. This is why you have to be able to speak in a way that that particular ego can hear you. It's almost like, I don't want to call anyone a child, because adults are people who go to work, not children. But it's almost like, in my mind, my way of thinking, the discipline for that child may be different for the discipline for this child if they did the same exact thing. Because, for example, when I was growing up, a talk would do it for me. I would hear it. And I even remember my mom would tell my dad sometimes, I don't know how to discipline her. What do I send her to the room? She doesn't mind. She's a loner. She'll go to her room. What do I do? Make her read, do more homework? She loves to read. I don't know what to do. You go talk to her. And my dad, and that's probably why I talk about my dad far more than I do my mom. My dad would come in and he carried the position. It wasn't threatening or intimidating to scare a child, but there was authority. And he would ask a simple question. What was you supposed to be doing? And before I could answer it, he said, no, that's not a question. And I would say, it was a question. You said what? He go, no, think about it. And walk out the door. And I'm like, this is what I mean. My sister could do the same thing in which he talked to me about. And there'd be all kinds of other reprimands because she had a different stripe. She had a different stubbornness. She had a different way. So this is what I mean by that. What you do with one person may be a little different with another person, but you want to get the result that you want, and that is a changed behavior. I don't want you to do that anymore. I want you to step into your role as my daughter. I want you to step into your role as a city councilman. You have an entire district with wonderful pay, the highest in the nation. I need you to reflect and represent that. I need you to be a person of honor and integrity and valor and respect. And you're at somebody's home protesting at night with all this raucous that we're trying to bring down, and you're a part of it? No, it's unacceptable. You're out of line. Yes, I get it. Again, I get it. But let the constituents do that. Let the Black Lives Matter do that. Let protesters do that. And they're all doing a wonderful job without you. So your purpose has no intention except perhaps your own ego. Stop it. This is nonsense. This is nonsense. What, you had something, you were battling politically with them on something? What, you're glad he had it coming? Oh, it's your turn to get him back now. This is ego. This is ego. Because if you really want the best payback for a person, let karma have its way. You need to do nothing now. Let the karma that he's in right now, let it have its way. Step back, step back. So in this video, instead of step down, I am saying to my Bonin and Marqueece Harris Dawson to step back. There's nothing for you to do. Both of you have had many interviews. You're trying to get your name more out there. It's a political race next year. You want everyone to know how you're with the people in solidarity and unity. You're out of line. You're causing more ruckus. You're keeping it alive. You're pushing the demand. The people don't need you in this moment. They know you support them. They don't need you out. You don't need to be at his home. Do not go back to his home. You see my energy? Let me tell you why my energy goes this way. I explained it once earlier, but let me tell you another reason why my energy goes this way. The fight brings a fatigue. And we need you focused in counsel right now to be working in discovery as to the replacement for these three individuals. First time in history, at least LA history, has there been censorship of three council persons, of three at one time. So the bad energy that you wanted to happen to them has happened. Don't stir the pot. It's unnecessary. This is what I mean when people get in trouble at work and other employees start celebrating the fact it's absolutely small to do that. Don't dig a man's grave. Don't dig a man's grave. Don't coffinize a career. Don't. Don't. And I'm no nun and I'm no sister, but I am a sister. But I'm no nun. But I'm saying that it never ever eventually turns out well for you to do. It just doesn't. It doesn't. So in my last upload, I had stated that Kevin DeLeon and his apology tour. It has a name. That's ego all day long. I met with Tavis Smiley. That was not smart because Tavis Smiley is sharp. But at any rate, I thought about a few of the books that I even have some of Tavis Smiley's books. He's a wonderful author, in addition to interviewer and Black activist, and he's had podcasts with Cornel West. So he's really empowered man. I really admire him in his work. But Tavis Smiley has a couple of books that I'd like to end on with this for Mike Bonin and Mike Bonin and Marqueece Harris Dawson. One title is What I Know for Sure. And that's actually my favorite book of his because it talks about his entry level of Tavis's. It talks about his entry level coming to LA, and I still remember the part of the book where he says he stopped at the gas station. He didn't have any gas. He stopped at the gas station. He put his wallet on top of the gas. And he turned around, someone stole it. I said, "Welcome to LA." I was just reading it. I was like, "Why would you do that?" But anyway, I digress. He has this book. It's called What I Know for Sure. And what I know for sure is that it is inappropriate for you to be at a person's home. And although I understand your passion and your desire, it is not your purpose to be there. Please step back. That's what I know for sure. Another book he has that's entitled Doing the Right Thing. And when I first read that title, I thought, ooh, Spike Lee has a book called Do the Right Thing. And why is that so difficult for us to do? I don't get it. I encourage you to do the right thing. Step back, pivot back, let the play play. Coaches aren't out in the field, are they? So you don't need to be out in the field. Flag down if you are. Step back. Step back. And then the last one that I pulled from Tavis's book titles, I think it's called Making Black America Great. Is that, it's like Making Black America Great? What's the title? Let me make sure I have that right. I love my viewers, so make sure I have that right. Is it Making Black America Great? What is it? Oh, there's The Rich and the Rest of Us. No, not that one. Oh, the covenant of Black America. But this one, sorry, they're my glasses. Yeah, it is. Make Black America better is what it is. Make Black America better by using this opportunity to make changes moving forward. That if anything like this ever happens, these are the steps we take immediately to get this person to step down quickly. All of this is all this time he's still here. This is ridiculous. But use that, be a part of that landscape, a part of that landing, a part the everything, be a part of that landing. Okay, as to should this ever happen again, here is how we move forward. Step 1, 2, 3, 4, complete. Step A, B, C, D, done. And have it airtight so it's not impenetrable. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is how you lay your presence, let your devotion to this be known. Sign it, author it. That's how you get your cabinet. You don't go to a person's home. I personally take that personally. You don't go to a person's home. Mm-mm. That's private. And as an employer, if I didn't say it earlier, I'm going to end with this. As an employer, you're on the same team, elected official or not, you get a paycheck. As an employer, you have no right to be at a fellow employees or colleagues. So you're at the same level. You have different districts, you're at the same level. You have no purpose to be at that person's home without an invitation from them personally. I'm just saying, no, you're out of line. So, and again, I respect what your intention is. It's just misplaced. So realign it. Everything is about alignment. When a person does something really foul and really negative, it doesn't make the person really foul and really it means they made a bad choice. Help them make a better choice. It means they're out of alignment. Help them get realigned and start with yourself, you two, councilmen. Get your back into council and start doing the work that needs to be done should anything like this ever happen again, and don't find yourself at this man's house no more. I'm just saying. Okay. Okay, bye y'all. I love y'all. Bye. Oh, I need to end. All right, see you guys. I'm not paying attention here like I should. Bye y'all.